If you saw this old, boring office PC for sale for $60, would you go pick it up? I did, because there's a secret inside, and there's some bonuses. Let me show you. Welcome back, and here we are, the two towers. I only showed you one in the intro. Why would you buy an office PC with no hard drive and it's old for $60? And I'll show you why. Because of this. This one was upgraded. What is this? Thermaltake 600-watt power supply and a mystery GPU, which is a gigabyte triple fan. And actually the guy, he didn't even know what it was. And I tried to identify it by the pictures. The picture was only of the back. And there's not a lot of these that have a triple fan. And I just had the GTX 970 WindForce Gigabyte, which looked exactly like this, and that's what I thought it was. So the deal was $60 for this, and then he threw in another PC, Lenovo. 4th Gen i5, also 4th Gen. I was there the other day picking up the Dell, which I posted the other video about, and this tower was there and that tower. But when I bought the Dell, I kind of gave him all the money that I had, but he saw that I was eyeing this because of the power supply, and so I didn't ask him about it. And then he messaged me a few days later and he said, hey, do you want to buy this, the one that you were looking at before? But when I was there, it didn't have a graphics card in it. So he put this graphics card in, the mystery one. I'll let you try to guess which one it is, and then I'll tell you at the end, because I already pulled it out. Could have sworn it was a GTX 960, 970, something like that. And it has 8 gigs of memory. Pretty standard. There's no hard drives. Actually, this power supply, even though it's 600 watts, it's kind of old. Got a lot of yellow cables here. But I can use this for something else. And so here's my plan. I'm going to take the power supply out. I'm going to take the graphics card out. And then I'm just going to sell this as a regular, normal office PC. And it has Wi-Fi too, which is good. And the reason for that is because I have 3 or 4 gaming PCs for sale right now. And I just want to sell those first, but I don't have any. I'm sold out of actual just regular office computers, and I always like to have those on hand. So I'm just going to make this a regular. That's a weird connection. What is that? It's like some sort of extension. So I'm just going to put an old power supply in here. And then it should have, yeah, it has onboard HDMI, so that's good enough. So $60 total. I will sell this for $50, no problem. It has USB 3.0 and HDMI, which people like. And then this one, let's see. And here's the Lenovo that he threw in for free. And look, also upgraded power supply. Antec 450 watt. Very good. This is also a 4th Gen i5. No hard drive. Should be 8 gigs of memory. Let's take a look here. I think they both have 8 gigs. This one actually might be good to turn into a budget gaming PC. See, that's Oh, that's 2 gigs, so there's only 4. But there are 4 slots here. So I think what we should do is we'll sell this for 50 bucks. We get to keep the GPU and the power supply. Then maybe we'll just make this a budget PC. We'll throw something in there because I don't need 2 power supplies. But yeah, for 60 bucks, I think that's a good deal. The nice thing about meeting people in person is there's more stuff. So he said, hey, I have some more stuff. Do you want to see it? And I said, yeah, of course. Does this one have? Yeah, it does have USB 3. It's fairly modern. This doesn't open, I guess. This is. Oh, look, you can't even see in there. It's like plugged with dust. I'll have to dust it out. This one actually has pretty good ventilation. Both sides of the panels have this on it. So I would say that this is definitely a candidate for a sleeper build. Not sure what this does. Some sort of pocket. Maybe it's a handle. I don't know if air comes out of there or not. Yeah, this would make a nice little sleeper budget gaming build. So 60 bucks, that, they're worth $50 each with a hard drive or an SSD. We get to keep the power supply and the GPU. And now that you've waited and suffered for this video so long, I'm gonna show you the GPU. It took me literally half an hour to figure out what kind of GPU this was because they don't have, normally they don't have mini display ports. See the mini display port? That to me was unusual. And the reason why he didn't know what it was is because it's put in this way and you can't read the model number because it's on this side. And so here it is. It's a Gigabyte R9 280X OC 3 gigabyte. And I guess the AMD versions of these had the mini display ports and the Intels did not. So that was kind of a giveaway. But until I took it out, I really didn't know what it was. This should be, I think, relatively good. It should be good enough at least for Fortnite. I might, I'm gonna do a separate video just on this video card, but I think this might go in my 150 build because I sold my 970 GTX. And right now in there I have an RX 590, but it's kind of wonky. So if this one's good enough, I might just put this in there because the problem with these is that they're so big, they don't fit in any normal case. Like you can't put this here, for example. See, there's no way to install this in here because of the hard drive cage. And it just so happens that it fits here. I think someone took out the hard drive cage to make it fit. And then we'll sell this. I'll probably put this on Java for 50 bucks after I'm done. Oh, hopefully I don't break it. After I'm done messing around with it, I'm gonna do some benchmarks. I've never had an R9 before, so I'm curious to see how it stacks up versus the 1060 suite that I have. And then I'll post it on Java probably for $50. But I think this was a good deal. 50 bucks, I'm sorry, 60 for everything. I kind of thought there was hard drives in here, but that's okay. And then let me show you what else he gave me. the extra parts. So he gave me this few SSDs. This is weird, it's only 16 gigabyte. I don't know if that's really an SSD, 16 gigabyte. It's kind of old. But there's a couple of mini ones here. This one is 128 and this one is 256. And he tossed those in, so that was nice. And then he said, hey, I have another tower. Do you want it for 20 bucks? And I was like, well, this is now the third tower. I don't want any more. He said, 20 bucks, you can have it. And then it was this. So I have no idea what's in there. He said it's some sort of 6-core AMD. That's going to be its own video. I haven't even looked inside it yet. It was just, when I was there, it was in Windows 10, so it does work. It has a hard drive. And yeah, that'll be the next video. But this is also kind of the ugliest case I've ever seen in my life. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to post it right after. So if you add it all up, 60, 2 computers, GPU, 600 watt power supply, 450 watt power supply, 2 towers, 3 SSDs, sort of. This one doesn't count, really. And then the 20 bucks for that monstrosity. So 80 bucks all in. I think I got a good deal. And that's the magic of going in person and making deals. So we'll see you in the next video. Good luck to you guys out there buying computers. See you soon.